My name's Lisa. I'm 45 years old, and I've had vein issues for about 15 years now. And after I had my second child, they became very painful and you could see them, clearly see them. And I have a job that I'm lifting all day long and standing on my legs and on my feet for 8 to 10 hours a day. And I would get home, I would sit down, and I could actually feel my heartbeat in my legs. It was horrible. I mean, it actually is like I could sit up and my legs would be swollen and I could feel like my heart beating. I swear it was just not, and I was so exhausted. Trying to keep up with 2 young children was not easy. I was at my dermatologist appointment, and he actually said, "You know, Lisa," he was kind of looking at my legs, he goes, "Oh, I see you have varicose veins." He goes, "There's a sign out there saying there's a free vein screening." He goes, "Why don't you check that out?" And I was like, "Oh, that's not a bad idea," because I've been thinking about it, but you always put things off. So the next day actually, I made the phone call to the Renaissance Center, and right from the get-go, the ladies that answered the phone were absolutely wonderful. I was expecting to get in like maybe a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They were like, "Oh, we have an appointment the next day." Unfortunately, it was crazy. I was like, "Oh, okay." So I said, "Well, I work, but I have off this day." She goes, "Okay, we'll set it up and you can come in and you can see Sue and we'll get the procedure started and see if you qualify and for the surgery and so I was like, okay. I was just thinking about it and kind of excited. I was nervous, very nervous, and I talked with Sue and my issues with the symptoms, my heavy legs, the tiredness, and then Dr. Dubek came in and I talked with him about the same issues with my legs. The girls up front took care of all the insurance information, which was great. I didn't have to deal with anything with insurance. So everything was okay. I had a series of 3 months worth of procedures. The doctor and Sue and the nurses are awesome. I felt so comfortable when I came in. They explained everything in detail. And any questions I had, they didn't make you uncomfortable asking. It's pretty much pain-free. There's a little discomfort, but not much at all. A little tugging and pulling is what it kind of feels like. I wasn't even nervous. The first one I was, but then the second one, after I knew what it was like, I was like excited just to get in here, get it done, and after the first procedure, I felt good, and then it just kind of, each one progressed, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I asked myself many times. My husband says, "Well, aren't you glad you went in?" He goes, why did you wait so long? Because he would say things too. He would comment to me, and I'm just like, oh, this is how it is. The worst part is putting on the stockings. That's the hardest procedure of the whole surgery. I did mine during the summer. It was a very warm summer, but it was worth it. Every bit of it. Every bit. I took 2 days off. I took the day of the procedure and the day after, and then I worked after that. I just wore the stockings, and I was very comfortable. And if I had any questions, they left the door open. You can call anytime. And I did. One day I was a little nervous. I had some burning, so I called right away. Within probably the hour, Sue had called me back and explained what was going on and said if I feel any kind of certain feeling, to call back right away. And I was very comfortable with that, and I'm happy to say everything was fine. So then now, a year later, I have so much energy, and I can't even, I say this so often. I say to my family, I am so blessed to be able to have this done, this procedure. I can run again. I trained for a marathon, and I ran my marathon in 4 hours and 20 minutes. I also went hiking up in Colorado, and with the girls, a bunch of girls younger than me, my sisters and a group of girls, and I felt wonderful. Never once did I have to sit down because my legs hurt. And my sister says to me, she was hiking behind me, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Lisa," she goes, "Look, I did not realize how good your legs look now." And I was just like, I know, and I said, it's amazing. It truly is, and I'm very blessed. Don't hesitate. It's worth it. The quality of life is unbelievable. I mean, I feel better at 45 than I did at 30, and that's the truth.